Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? Just jumping on a little bit late tonight. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I think the invite only works if you do it. Hello, hello, hello. Going to be doing some live readings in a few minutes. Just trying to get this.
Hey.
There we go. Finally got it working.
All right, we got some questions in here. Did you finally get?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work if you invite from the PC to the phone. It's all the gremlins out there.
All right, hold on. Got some people asking some questions.
Yay.
All right, so Autumn, am I seeing David tonight? And I think there was one before that. Let me see if I can go back. It says yes, 3. I think there was a question before that, so let's see. Oh, is my raise good enough at work? Alejandro. Is your raise good enough? I was fast. Saying absolutely not. You should ask for more. So let's see. I think we
have another one over here too. So do the one more you have, and then they've been waiting longer, and then Denise has a
okay, so Christine, will I find someone soon? Okay. Denise, so you have to stay positive. Ooh, wow, yeah, that's hard to throw out. So that's for sure. You need to get more possibility as well as, of course. So stay in that positive mindset, okay? That's what's going to bring it in, all right? Don't question it. Yes, you will find someone soon.
All right, Denise, will Kane be visiting this weekend? And the answer is day. Well, it's not really good, Spirit. I need some better answers than that. So let's get a little bit more. Okay, so Spirit's saying, I get many, day, and unknown. So it's really being cryptic. I'm going to force a yes or no answer since the universe isn't going to answer it. And sometimes they want that to be a surprise, but will be Kane be visiting? And Spirit's given me 2 yeses and a no, so it looks like it's going to happen, but there is a possibility of a delay. That's what I'm feeling at this point. So hopefully that answers your question, Denise. Sometimes Spirit will not answer fully because they want you to be surprised. You're welcome, Denise. All right, anybody else with some questions? We're doing free 1 question per person, $10 messages for your DM, $20 for a minion, $40 for a full. The full reads we cannot do online here. That'll be scheduled at a later date. But these special prices are only for the rest of September. When September's gone, so these wonderful prices. So if you are interested in your own read, it's time to jump on board.
All right, and Christine, I'm getting timing for you a little bit, but don't get focused on timing because they can throw you off. It says within a couple months, so it's very soon. Keep going with the flow, okay? When you're truly ready for it. So keep that mind positive, okay, to bring that in, okay? Because we self-sabotage when we think, oh, it's not going to happen for us, and then we kind of back away. So stay positive. So another question. Thanks for the like, shares. Thanks you all for joining. We're on a little later tonight. Sorry, I had back to school night. I had craziness today. So on very much later. Okay, so
yeah, it's a crazy day.
So we got, I think Larry missed it. So we got the crown coming through. We got the yin and the yang energy, so the divine masculine. So really need to balance. The elephant's coming through, the unicorn. So you really get into your authenticity. And then a lot of you, we got the love coming through. So the moon cycles will be bringing that through. And the child song was She's Gone. So a lot of you feel like it's over. You need to get back in that positive mindset. So let's see if we have any more questions. Otherwise, we'll pull some collective energies.
Yeah, you know, we got a question.
Yeah, was Samuel trying to get my attention today? Well, I would say
He got it.
most likely that was it's a yes. For sure, for sure, for sure. So they wanted to throw against. So just know you trust your intuition. Oh,
yeah. And
sorry, I
for
just
those
shoved
of
my mouth too. I'm so hungry.
and for those of you, you know, it's 9/11. Some people think it was a terrible day, but you know what? I was in the stairwell, 39th floor. Actually, I was in the building, 39th floor when the plane hit. I made it out okay, so it's a lucky day for me. So pick your, you know, what seems like a disaster can sometimes be a very lucky day for other people. So try to find the good things in the bad.
Yeah, you know what's funny is my ex new girlfriend posted that she was in the building too. She got out. So all those people that were blessed to make it, and then obviously we send our hearts and love out to those that didn't. Because I know I was up pretty close up there as well, and my ex was in the city as well. So it's close to home. I was in like northern Jersey. I was up in Somerset when that happened.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I lived in Hoboken. That was a fun little day. Actually, that day didn't really end until about 2 in the
Yeah.
morning because I went back to the data centers and started bringing the computers back up after leaving the one crashing building. I had to go over to another one and fix things. So that was a great, wonderful day. So who's got a question before we start pulling some collective reads? And I had some interesting collective energies come today. I think it was a really good read. I think there's some energies shifting, but Spirit, as always, gives everything cryptic and with a little bit of a warning of the crossroads. So let's pull an energy of love. We're coming upon Thursday, and we're also coming upon, I forget what day it is, I think it might be the 19th, where we have a full moon, a partial eclipse. We're coming into the gateway of eclipses, so there's a lot of things going on. And for those of you who are Capricorns, guess what? It's time to go within, not without. The cycle is turning. So, Spirit, what is the energies for today for love, for the collective? And Spirit saying, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others, right? And it's a very important message that stop the people pleasing, stop doing what other people think you should do, stop trying to change people, and stop trying to change yourself. Find who you truly are, and how do you do that? By going within and removing the trauma, because a lot of the times we have a lot of trauma responses that we think it's who we are, but as you start to heal, you realize you're really not happy doing the things that you're doing it because it's comfortable. So that's the message from Spirit today on love. Love yourself.
Pull some energies. I'm gonna, just because we're talking about 9/11, and we're gonna pull the angel number. So you are infinitely and cosmetically connected to every living thing that is, has been, and ever will be. Connect to the wisdom that you are aligned with at this time. So that is 9/11's angel message for everyone.
So I'm going to show a piece of history here. So this is exactly what I got working for one of the banks in 9/11, being in the building, and the reward I got out of that was this lucite plaque and my pay cut 3 times in 1 year.
Wow.
So just goes to show you the greed that's there when we rebuilt the system. So stay out of the system and manifest into your own system. So let's see what.
Yes. So I was going to put the work the light. Let me know if you were going to pull something first.
No, you go ahead. I was going to pull some divine healing future higher
Uh-huh.
self cards. So let's see
All
what you
right.
get, and let's see what the
All right,
future
let's
higher
see what's
self
going
wants to
on.
tell us.
All right, let's see what's going on with the collective, what they need to know. But I think
And
this is
please
bringing us
like,
all
follow,
into,
share, and subscribe.
yeah. So, and then the potency of today is showing us that we're going through a lot of changes. So if you feel pulled to go towards your more of your soul path, you're on here for a reason. It's to trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Okay. So you really need to trust that you will be supported, and you have to trust your path, because a lot of you are in this awakening and coming into this idea that you know that you're here for bigger reasons. You're getting these energetic upgrades to these energies that are coming through. It's a new way of being. I just was talking to someone too about coaching, and she's not happy in her career. She's starting to get more inspired to get into her purpose. So a lot of you are going to be called to really share your voice, come out of the cave, okay? Start talking authentically. And trust that you are protected, because a lot of us have wounds from our past lives where we feel like we can't speak up. And know that you have your power, call your power back, cut the cords, and get into your soul purpose, as well as your soul retrieval of just finding out what you're really here for. Because this is just the initiation, the rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. You're going to where you're supposed to be. All right? But in the end, I know it's an ombrous kind of heavy day, but we're here for joy, play, okay? I know it's sad when things don't go as we think, but just trust everything happens for a reason, the way it's supposed to for our learning. So, the good and the bad.
So that's just within some of what I brought down here for the collective from your future higher self. So this is a message from your future higher self with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of wisdom. Storms may bring passion, but not peace. Right? So there's always tumultuous in a storm. There's wind, there's rain, there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion inside of that, but generally not a lot of peace. There's not too much calm inside that storm. However, and you may feel like you're in that storm right now. It's kind of what I'm hearing. However, your success is closer than you imagine. So just keep going, right? Keep going. It's closer there. Be patient. Trust the wait. Everything is coming together. So that collective message, if you put all three together, is that yeah, you may feel like you're in the middle of a tornado, a cyclone, a hurricane, and shit is
Mm-hmm.
just flying everywhere, and you just don't know where to turn. You don't know what to do. You duck your head, and something else comes flying at you. But you're almost there. Keep going, and be patient. Trust that the wait is bringing what you need. So somebody needed to hear that today.
Yeah, oh, that's weird. Things are falling all apart. So, is there any questions? Let's see what's popping in the chat. Is anyone resonating with the collective?
Oh, I have one more that flew out when I closed the deck.
Yeah.
Intention and action launch all your dreams. And I lecture on this all the time that, crystals, cards, candles, they're all props. What they do is they help you focus the intention. The intention is where the magic manifests. You have to think it, feel it, hear it, see it, however you do it, but you have to know it and imagine it for it to happen.
I was starting to shuffle these tea leaf cards, and some fell out, so I'm just trying to organize them to see what kind of the message is. So what I'm getting is, there's happiness coming in. Okay, so trust this is good. Before I get to some of this, but there's going to be a chain of events that will affect your life. Okay, so change is coming in. It's time to get out of a situation. So the universe is knocking you out of something that's not right for you. Someone's going out of your life or the end of a situation. So trust that, whatever's meant for you. Some of you might be dealing with a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair, and that beware of great pride, okay? So that means stay out of your ego, or this person could be coming in with their ego, so be aware of it. Things will not always be this way. Change, yeah. So this change is coming. It's caterpillar, but just trust. And some of you have birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So this is really, some of you might have actual fertility, but I really see this, a lot of you are getting into more your purpose in your business, okay? So know that this change is all orchestrated for you.
Yeah, and sometimes that fertility is really creativity. You're being pushed out of, just doing what people want you to do and to be creative. And part of that creativity is also to fight the depression, to fight the boredom. All those things are energies that are meant to deplete your creativity. But try to find that joy, find something that makes you create. And as you create, you're going to find your joy.
Hmm.
And I'm being pulled to the Starseed Oracles. I usually don't pull these guys out, but somehow or reason they came up in front of me. And so we got a couple cards here from the Starseed Oracle, and we're getting Earthed. Learning how to be human in a world, but not of it, right? And this affects a lot of star seeds. That's why it's a Starseed Oracle, because you'd rather float in the ethers because you remember at some level that you were not here, you were floating, you were free, you were not chained in these lower dimensions. And that's why it's very important to ground, to go out and ground, to get your feet out somewhere on the ground and allow your energies to flow in and get some of that nasty stuff out into that ground. And that's done intentionally. Portal.
Mm-hmm.
Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card, right? And so make sure that your decision, that what you decide is for positive, right? Because decisions can be plus or minus. If
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling negative, guess what? Your decision might turn to be a negative experience, a negative portal. Don't get into that negative portal because it's a wild card. It can go either way. Be positive, have that positive abundance mindset to allow that portal to generate. And the last one is the Seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. And for those of you who don't know what Mintaka is part of the Orion system. It's a water world. It's a world of water, of mermaids, of whales, of dolphins. And so anybody who has memories of Mintaka are always having memories of the water because they're part of the water. The water is all about them, and the water will energize you. So if you do have those feelings that you're part of Mintaka, you feel you're from the Orion system originally or at one lifetime, uh, go find some water. That's going to help you out.
All right, let's do one, I think, from the sacred forest for where we are, and then I'll do a couple of loved ones. All right, does anyone have any questions? One per person. You don't have a question. See where the energies are. We're on a little later. My daughter wants to go to bed at some point, so I can't stay on for a very long. But oh, interesting day. Okay. Passage came out in protection. So standing stones. So know that you are going through this passageway right now. Below it is flexibility. So you're going to need to be flexible to go along with the changes. Okay. A sacred journey is ahead. Deeper meaning is waiting to be discovered. You are safe. And it's funny because the protection one was on the other side. So you're getting a renewal. And you need to be flexible, okay? So these changes are coming in. It's really highlighting that. And again, and we got the dragon spirit, which I saw a dragon on the dragonfly. So just know that you're
I
going
saw
to
one
be
today
flexible.
too.
So it's very powerful. But know that you're protected, and it's just a renewal, okay? There's nothing. As well as joy is underneath that. So this joy is going to bring you your freedom too. So you need to trust that. I'll read the protection one. I'll read the short version of it. You are safe and surrounded by a protective shield. You are not alone. Your life is guided, protected by higher forces. Within this, you can soar to great heights. So really feel into that and know that you are completely guided and protected. All right, and then do you want to do some love, or I'll do some more love?
I'm going to do some Angels of Atlantis first because I'm trying to pull out some cards that just never see the day of light. I've got a few, and every once in a while they just want to come out. We were talking about water, so I pulled out the Angels of Atlantis, and the two that came out are trust. I think we've had a lot of that coming through in a lot of the reads. It's time to trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your plan. And Michael, transmutation, right? Let's transmute all that chaos that's around. I don't know about the rest of you, but like there's been a lot of chaos been moving through this realm for the last couple of weeks, and
Mhm.
it stirred things up, you know. And sometimes you got to stir the pot to clear it, to get all the stuff that shouldn't be around to drop down to
Mhm.
the floor while you stir it all up. And so let's hope things get cleared. So with that, please like, follow, share, subscribe. Please ask some questions. We have one question per person for free. $10 for messages from your DM and $20 for a mini. And we always love donations. If you just love the fact that we come on and entertain you, uh, we would be happy with a donation for that as well, because we both have kids that we do need to feed.
All right, so we got, let's do higher self and let's do some loved ones. All right, so what other messages do we need to hear for tonight on this very potent portal and big day? People are feeling it. I think the heaviness. I'm lighten it up, okay? So yeah, shine your beauty. It's coming out. So this is again, shine your inner authenticity. Let others do and say what they will. Keep doing good. Resist the temptation to dim your light to become a dark that those oppose you. So, you know, it's hard, especially with the heaviness of today. Just know that it's about shining, being authentic, opening up, and then not letting all this fear and overwhelm. Oh, we do have a question. And then below that is build bridges, not walls. Everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of the walls you built. Let your guard down and let life in. So a lot of us have this protective blanket around us. We need to let that go and start trusting the universe, okay? We are all holding ourselves back, and it is what it is. And once you realize that, you're like, oh shit. You'll come to that once on this journey once you start really healing. So just stop being afraid of shining your light, being your authentic self, and letting some of those walls down for the right people. I'm not saying you have to let them down for the wrong people, okay? Let's see. All right, Danny, is Dylan thinking of me often? All right, hi, Danny. Let's find out. Let's find out. Danny, is Dylan thinking of me often? Well, let's see if he's thinking of you. Well, it's saying he's not thinking of you right now.
Wow, that was harsh. That was a big slap. Damn.
So he might be a little busy right now. Let's see about this often part. Let's see. All right. Often. I mean, it's saying use caution, and it's like a yes or a no. So I think you really need to use your own discernment. You know, it sounds like you might be a little all over the place, or you might be. Let's see if timing maybe within a couple months. So I think next month's coming out. So just know that I guess give it some time for him to be really thinking about you often. Let's see. So we got next month and within a couple months. So let's see if we can get into his head a little bit. I'll try and pull the my little cards. Where are they? I organized the cards and now I can't find them.
Yeah, I was just doing that myself. I was looking for my Divine Feminine cards, the check-ins, and I finally found them while you were going through your reading. After going through,
yeah, I need like a shelving thing. All right, so blinded by love. Interesting. Sexuality confusion is coming up for him. So it could just be he's confused about the relationship, wishes he would have treated you better. But I guess he does think of you sometimes. It might not be as often as you think, but he's wondering if you're happy without him. It definitely specifies the breakup. But there's definitely some sexual tension. Interesting.
crazy energies out there.
So I think, it doesn't mean he says he could be sexually confused. It just could be he's confused coming out. But hopefully that helps. We might have to have a little talk with him.
Birds and the bees, AC/DC. Figure out which one it is. Um, so let's get some messages. Where is the divine feminine? Because the divine feminine, from the ones that follow my read, have been all over the place for this past like 2-3 months. This whole real summer, they've been all over the place. Let's see. Let's do a quick check-in. What's going on? Get some messages from the divine feminine's higher self. And this is what they want to say to the divine masculine. Is not that the divine masculine will ever watch the show. Even they may, because remember, divine masculine is not a gender. It's
Never
an
say
energy.
never.
True that.
Never know.
Yeah.
They're starting to awaken themselves.
Yeah, we might have a few. But they, like I said, so let's hear what's going on with the divine feminine. I know you're with others. I don't like it, but I've learned to accept it for now. So there's still a lot of frustration in the divine feminine community, a lot of anger, and it came up a lot in my read about anger, and that's what part of what's blocking in love. And I'll do some blocking in love in a few seconds too, because it seems like a lot of people are blocking themselves. I accept the way you are. You do not need to come up to my expectations. And again, expectations always lead to disappointments. And so you can't change anybody. You can't try to change anybody. They have to change on their own. And that's the mistake we always make. We either try to change ourselves for somebody or we try to change them. And what does that really mean? It means that the person that you're trying to change isn't really the person that you want, but you're trying to change them into what you want. So why are you going gaga over somebody that you want to change? I sometimes regret having told you how I feel about you. I should have hidden my feelings from you. And again, this is a problem because without vulnerability, without the vulnerability to be rejected, you can never open your heart. You have to take a chance. And yeah, sometimes it sucks when you don't get it that reciprocal, but guess what? At least you took the chance, right? And that allows you to be vulnerable and open. It also toughens you up a little bit because then, the right one will come and you'll both be able to be vulnerable. I wanted to run, but I didn't. I tried to make healthy boundaries, but I feel like you didn't understand. And again, this is, you're pushing yourself, divine feminine, on the other person. Again, it's got to be an equal give and take. And when we put over boundaries and under boundaries, we wind up getting swamped because we're still sitting in that illusion of what we think we want because we don't know ourselves, right? And as we start to know ourselves, we start to kind of understand what we want. And that's when we become more true to ourselves and what we've kind of figured out. I think most of the divine feminines by this cycle have figured out what they don't want because they've been through all the I don't wants, I don't wants, I don't want. So if you take all those I don't want, see what's left, and perhaps maybe it becomes easier to find what you do want. And then there's the last message. Doing something is better than doing nothing at all. The silence hurts, right? And why does the silence hurt? Because we're bored. We go into depression. And why? Because we're not happy with ourselves. And so the moral of the story is get in touch with your own self, understand what you like, what you don't like, and be happy with yourself. And being alone, why don't we like to be alone? Because we're with ourselves and we secretly don't like ourselves. And it's a hard lesson to figure out. How do you get to a point where you like your own company? And that's by being with yourself, by yourself, without any other company there, and figuring yourself out and talking to yourself. However that is, however you commune, however you meditate, however you go internal, each person has their own way, but that's how we get out of this and into, let's see what Spirit wants to give us. Look at that. I pulled a card, just random out of the deck, calling in your soulmate. Can't make this shit up. And the bottom of the deck says, trust. How many times are we going to say that today? So shall we get into what's blocking, or do you want to pull some collectives before we get to that?
You can pull what's blocking. I was going to do some messages from a person, but there's not really anyone on. I feel like it's dead.
Yeah, it's a little bit late, but let's see. Maybe we'll get some people.
I've seen readers be on later, so I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Let's see what. All right, so I didn't want a lot. Spirit gave me 4. That's enough. Actually, five. I can't count. So, what did we just talk about? Vulnerable, right? Just we talked about that and what comes right up. You cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. Demanding. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding, which means know what you really want and stop demanding, stop trying to change, because demanding is really trying to change somebody. Giving too
Mm-hmm.
much, right? A lot of us give, give, give because we don't get the love. And so we think that we have to give to get. But no, you just
Mm-hmm.
have to be, just be. And as you be, as you are, you will receive it.
Yeah.
Retreating, right? Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get back, go out and try again. So, what Spirit's saying is go out and try, but make sure you're vulnerable. You're in that healed space first. And if you haven't healed, well, it's time to go in and try to heal as well. And not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised what you find. Right. So all simple methods. Nothing too shall we say critical to you. What's blocking love? These are very simple fixes, but you have to choose to fix. So let's hear some messages from our persons.
Yeah. If you want some of the hidden truth from your person, let's see what we
Hi,
got.
Super Sarah. How are you today?
Oh, nice. Interesting. I have trouble with intimacy. So this just means not really trouble with intimacy, just that emotional part of it is what I'm getting. So just being close to someone, a lot of us has been hurt. So we put our walls up. So that's having trouble with that openness into it.
Julia would like a hidden truth. So I'll either let you pull it or I'll pull it. I've got one too. Um,
Hello, Natalie. How are you? All right, let's pull some more. See what comes out. All right, let's see. We got. It says, I can't be with you. So that just means now. That's the current energy. And they're questioning, I don't know why this happened. So they're kind of confused right now. But it says I'm waiting patiently. So let's see what else we got.
and I'll pull one for Julia. What's Julia need to know? Hidden truth B2. And
So good news is they want to start over and they do love you. So we ended on some good cards. So those are messages from your person.
let's see what Julia has. What messages we have for Julia? Okay, I've got two. So Julia, it says, I saved your texts and messages. So your person's saving them, good or bad, and they don't know how to feel. I'm going to pull one more message and an energy for that. Uh, okay, this one flew out. It won't let you down. So these are pretty positive. Your person's in their feels, and let's see. I'll get one fairy card as to what the energies of this connection are. I haven't pulled the fairies out today. See if they're hiding anything. And Julia, fairies, tease. So the fairies are telling you to be lighthearted. So that hopefully resonates with you, Julia. And then we also want another thank you, Julia. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And Super Sarah would like a hidden truth. So I'm going to pull two hidden truths, and I'm going to let Susan pull two hidden truths for you, Super Sarah. And
Yeah, sure.
let's see whether our messages are in sync.
Natalie, hi, how are you? We're having a good night. How are you?
All right, so Super Sarah, one. What else does Super Sarah
I got
need from her
this.
person? Okay, well, I got three, and so you can still pull two. So, Super Sarah, you also got I don't know how to feel. So, your person's kind of battling with how to let those emotions out, how to be vulnerable. They miss hearing uh, your voice, and they're a little confused because they don't feel that they share the same values. But if you remember when I pulled the other card for the collective around soulmates, what's blocking you is because you're not being open. I don't think your person is being open because they're too fixated on whether it's religion, whether it's family, whether it's, you're liberal, they're conservative. And the energy I got for that is calling in your soulmate pops straight out. So perhaps a new one is coming down the pike. Susan, let's see what you get. I'm
I
interested.
got 4. It's split on, well, I'll start with these first. I'm not financially stable. Just know they're healing right now. They're recovering. The good news is they want to start over. So this popped out again on the top, and they would do it all over again. So know that they're healing and they're trying to fix their finances right now. So, and they are definitely thinking of starting over. So just know where they are mentally. It doesn't mean that's what you're going to see in the 3D right now. Does
Yep. So how does that resonate with you, Super Sarah? Let's see. Do we have any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to pull some collectives. Super Sarah says, "Well, they know the door is open." Yeah, and you know what? You have to kind of just allow things to flow as they flow, so to speak. Yeah, a lot of us have really ended on bad terms. We can all understand that. Anybody who's inside of the divine feminine path has ended on bad terms because you both had traumatic responses. Because it's not just the divine masculine that's not healed; it's also the divine feminine. Because if you were healed, then guess what? You'd be attracting that healed divine masculine. But you're only responsible for your own healing. You're not responsible for their healing, and you're not responsible. You can't force them to heal. They can't force you to heal. You both have to make a choice. And guess what? If they don't make a choice, the universe will bring another one in that's at the same frequency as you are. So either way, you win. But you gotta choose to heal. Otherwise, you're just going back into the same cycle. She says no contact, and they had karmic cycles they had to go through as well as you did. Yep, that's right. And so the only thing you can do is clear your own karmic cycles. And how do you do that? By healing, by clearing that contract. You have that contract for a reason. And once you heal, the contract can be nullified, can be burnt up, and we move on and get to the next level of that frequency.
I have a question over here. Yeah, and I agree with Larry. So, and it's a
you,
journey
Super
back to
Sarah.
yourself and healing. So make sure you're focusing on. So don't get mad at your person. It's all a reflection of yourself, as Larry. So, Natalie, does Elle still have feelings for me? The universe is yes. So just make sure you keep bringing it back to yourself and keep doing the healing. That's going to bring you closer to it.
Yeah, and for those of you who didn't make it to our healing this weekend, we do have a replay of it. It was for the 9/9 portal, and what it focused on a lot of things. One was abundance and affirmations and codes of abundance, but we also brought in some system upgrades and updates. And if you feel like your gifts are just about ready to kind of burst out, these upgrades can help. Those are available from the replay. You can email either one of us, just contact us, and it's donation based. So if you want to, donate, you can get a copy of it, and it's super powerful. If you do get a copy of it, wait another 2 or 3 days after you watch it before you go into any other healing modality, because it will take you down to the floor for a little bit. You have to knock things down to kind of bring them up. And Super Sarah says, you both have helped tremendously throughout this breakup. Thank you again. Absolutely. And yeah, she has to heal first. Even if they try to come through right now, I would tell them to wait. Right. And, you know, so with that, Super Sarah, if you got a few seconds, you're still here, just say hello. I'll give you a little light language to kind of help you move through that breakup a little bit easier, to help kind of ease some of the sorrow, the pain, and everything else. I think everybody in this place would benefit from it. As for anybody else who's watching and you'd like to take advantage of it, if you're watching it from the replay, all you have to do is accept it, accept the energies. We're going to set the intention to kind of clear out all the negative energies that are caused by breakups or anything else that has been a negative experience for the collective, or for Super Sarah, for ourselves even during this past weeks. Been a lot of crazy energy, and so let's clear it, ground it out, and bring in some fresh love, energy, and happiness and joy. And we're going to ground it in. So with that, set the intentions for your higher self to come with us on this journey, and let's begin the light language for the highest best good of all, with no harm to anybody. Shipaneni shipapa o shopaineni yupa yapai shapa poku shapaineni yupa shapa uhupa yapa ushapa ahushane epa ushe epa ero pa ni bai shipapa uyapa ushopa ya hapa uja yu pau uhupa ya pu na hapa ushapa apa ushapa ayapa ushopa pa ushopa yushupaineni yupa epa pu shahapa pu sha Oop, ooh, somebody had a big release there. I felt it right through my throat, got a big burp come out. So let me know how that was received by you, Sarah. And for anybody else who's never experienced light language, you can experience tingles, flashes of emotion, uh, tickles in your head. Experience it all different ways. Some people burp, some people get a little flatulence. Uh, However you release things, that's how you'll experience it, and everybody's different. So let us know. And you're welcome, Super Sarah.
All right, so it's for Sarah. All right, let's do some angel guided messages and see what's coming in for the collective. It's just kind of slowing down. A lot of you going through some inner child healing, okay? So again, it's about the healing. All right, and you guys need to really trust the universe, okay? So just trust you're right where you need to be. You're in this healing. You're being protected. This is where we are today, and those are the messages from your angel guides. And then some of you have some friendship and unions coming in. So soul family, I see this as, you know, you coming in to help you along your path. You're obviously on here, so you're getting guided to me and Larry for your healing as well. And we're holding that space for you. We've been through a lot, so our energies will hold that space for you and help you, as well as guide you. And that's what these messages are for, to have everyone on their path. So let us know if anyone has any questions, whether these messages are resonating, how you're feeling. Just be more open to it. That's all part of the journey. Don't be afraid of your shadow side or whatever's coming up. Any kind of emotions are coming up to be let go and released, and welcome them and acknowledge them so they can kind of move on faster and you can get through this process a little bit faster as well.
And Super Sarah said that the light language felt like an earthquake shook in her heart chakra, and that's good. It's releasing a lot of stagnant energy there. Drink a lot of water and get lots of rest. And for those of you who didn't know it, Susan's making her debut into YouTube. So those of you who are YouTube followers as well, Susan's opening up her new channel. Susan Molyneux, 8888, right? Four eights.
Yeah.
And that's the abundance. So she's going to start making videos. So make sure that you find her on YouTube and subscribe. We got to get her subscriptions up just like it is over here. And then we're going to start doing some lives over there as well. She's going to do some Reiki, some chakra clearing, all sorts of stuff. And you'll probably be able to see the replays on her channel as well as mine for these readings and the collective readings and some of the activations that we do. So do visit our YouTube channels. Mine's Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, and I also have Silver Fox Spiritual Twin Flame. And of course, on TikTok, it's mostly card reading, but I do have some activations here and there. And if you feel like you are a twin flame, I did a twin flame activation for the 9/9 portal. It's on my YouTube channel, so go visit there. So with that, any questions?
No. And then check out, so my website is susantheresa.com. I have Mindset Reset 20 on the Instagram. Obviously, this is TikTok. And then, as you said, I do have the new YouTube. So, definitely share, I do Reiki as well as the readings. So, and can pull on some of my mediumship as well as Kashik, or how your angels want to come through to you. So really, it's just a matter of what needs to come through to you. I'm also going to be starting like a soul path readings as well, just to guide people more on their path to their healing as well. So reach out. Thanks for being on here, sharing, liking, caring, and asking questions. We're just kind of showing a little bit of what we do. And definitely make sure you're getting on to, Larry has lots of light language. You can get a personal one from him, which I would recommend, but you can also get on whatever he's posted on YouTube that will help you too, because really once you get on this journey, the more you listen to it, the better. It'll help you release. You might not understand it right away, and that's okay. You might think it's weird. I've been listening to it for over 2 years, I would think, around there. And I just got into getting pulled towards it. So you just get pulled to what is going to help your body, and your body's going to do that. Same thing with readers. You're going to get pulled towards certain people that you resonate with, that you're on that vibration that you're aligning with. And it just means we're on a soul level helping each other. We are one, but we're connected on that emotional level. So our energy is going to help with yours. So it can change. You might get pulled to someone else and then come back. Just feel into it. But if there is anyone, be very careful that you're not over listening to too many people. And if you don't resonate, or you get a weird feeling, or you're not at ease or peace with whoever you're listening to, make sure you're turning it off. There are spiritual people that are not doing good work. They are trying to take people's energy and throw them off their path. So you have to be aware of that and just use your discernment along the healing journey.
Yeah, what Susan says is very, very important. You have to trust your body to kind of give you a, it's like a meter. It's not going to lie to you. It's just like your higher self is never going to lie to you. You may get your readings and stuff like that. They may or may not resonate. You may not, you may only get 80% truths out of the readings, because we are in an area of polarity. And so that means everybody, including ourselves, will have a light side and a dark side. And what we're doing in this, down in this earth, is we're kind of fighting that battle of good versus evil inside of ourselves, that dark versus light. And so we all have that shadow frequency. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be healed. It's something to be loved. And, as you embrace even the shadows, even those decisions you deem as bad, they got you to this point here where you're ready to heal. So yes, you may not have made a decision with the right information that you have here. And it's like anything else. Truths are only good until they're overtaken by a new truth. And why are the new truths overtaken? Because you had more information, right? And this is the way the world works, right? Earth was flat until it was round, because we had more information. And everything revolved around the earth until we realized it's revolving around everything, because we had more information. So what could be a truth is a truth until it's not. And don't be afraid to lose some of those truths that you really hold on tight to, because it's a core part of your belief. The only real truth in this world is you came as a creator being from a frequency of love to come here to create and to understand what it's like to be in a place of polarity. And a lot of us got lost in between and confused. And that's why we're stuck here, and we're trying to get back to where we were in ourselves, little by little. Not everyone, nobody's 100% healed, or else they're not going to be here. If they were healed fully, they'd be out of here back into the frequency of love. This system, this universe, this polarity wouldn't be able to hold us, because we'd have too much love, and it needs to have some piece of darkness in here to actually be there. And darkness isn't bad, it just is. So hopefully that helps people.
Absolutely. I have two on here. I don't know if there's any more questions. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wrap it up, because I know my daughter's going to have to go to bed. And it's get 10, almost 10:30, so.
Almost time to move her downstairs.
I know, but this weekend the other one doesn't want to go down. I think she's freaked out by it, so I gotta figure that out.
That's all right. Just put it out. You got three. One of the three gets it, and the one who takes it gets the
It might
prize.
be me going down there. That's what it's going to come down to. I'll set up my own little oasis down there.
Yeah, hell yeah. Little lava lamps going on down there.
Why not? I will have my party down there. Is what's going to happen. All right, should we pull maybe one more card at the end, and then see what we got.
All right, I'll pull the gods and goddesses cards. Let's see what the gods and goddesses want to say to us for today.
Oh, I have some of those. I don't know where I put them. I'll find them.
Gods and goddesses oracle. What do you want to tell us today? Two popped out. So we have the High Priest of Atlantis. Pretty interesting, since I pulled out those Atlantis decks, right? So, and this is a chakra healing. So the High Priest is telling you to ground, clear out your chakras, start setting intentions. I do have some chakra clearings on my site. There's tons of them on YouTube. Susan actually does a really wonderful activation with chakra clearing. If you'd actually joined our healing this weekend, she had done a full chakra clearing. It was fantastic and amazing, and was able to help us ground those energies we brought down. So maybe reach out to her for a chakra clearing. And Brigid, you are a healer. So if you're here and you're watching, most likely you're being called to do some sort of healing, whether that be Reiki, whether that be light language, whether that be sound bowls, whatever that is. Uh, the cards are telling you that, it's time to wake up and start getting onto your healing path of whatever it is that healing calls to you. It can be many modalities. Don't limit yourself. Be creative.
Yes. Yeah, and I just worked on someone who's had 20 years of detoxing his body from alcohol. So definitely important to start getting yourself in alignment, as Larry said. So the light language of the Reiki will help you along the journey. All right, so the two last cards, a quote from this abundance deck as well as my unicorn deck. So it's detachment. It's important to detach and surrender to what's in front of us because otherwise we get codependent on stuff, and detaching is why we're holding on to stuff and we're not releasing, or we're not open to the new that's coming in. So sometimes it's just us getting stuck in a thought or what can happen or how it's going to happen. So you just have to go with the flow. So with detachment, you finally feel whole inside with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. So it's basically like putting that manifestation and then detaching and letting it go. Okay, because it's that letting go. When we hold on to it, we're actually pushing it away. So it's that detachment of trusting that we know it's coming in, or we know what's meant for us is going to come in. And the other thing is let go of stress. Okay, a lot of you guys are stressing out about what's going on, whether it's the fear tactics, whatever is going on. Today is obviously a heavier day for most people, so just let go of that stress. Okay, we're here, and I was just trying to put these back, and this didn't want to go back in.
Of
So
course, love wants to come out. Love. We
we
got
are
the love
supposed.
doctors here.
Yeah.
That's
Love.
why they call
Okay,
me
so
Larry Love.
I love it. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. And that is love yourself too, okay? You can't bring in love unless you honestly love yourself first. So just trust where you're being led. Reach out to us. We were doing these on Monday and Thursday mornings. Now we're doing these Monday, Wednesday nights. So make sure you're liking, sharing, following both of us so you can get on these. We do usually do them earlier. I'm on a little later tonight, but we have been playing around with time, so it's not a big deal. There actually does seem to be a little bit more interaction here. And then make sure you're following both of us, as well as, reach out for any personal guidance that we can help you with as well. All right, I
So
think
don't
that's a wrap.
forget.
There's
I think it's a wrap. I think it's quiet time for me to go back into meditation. And for those of you who haven't started a good meditation practice, it's a really
Yes.
good time at the end of the day to kind of bring yourself down a little bit and gently guide yourself into a meditative state. And also, first thing in the morning when you wake. And the reason why first thing in the morning when you wake is great is because you're not quite conscious yet. Your busy mind isn't as busy, and as you kind of get into that state of right after you wake up, you just listen to whatever it is that gets you into that state. You are more apt to slide into that state easily, and versus you're in the middle of the day, you're stressed out. Yeah, meditation will help you, but it's going to take a little time to wind down. Whereas in the morning, if you keep that practice, you might not get as stressed out during the middle of the day, and you might actually find yourself a little bit more steady state during that time. So, just a little meditation guidance. It's something that's helped me, and I struggled with meditation for years, and I still do struggle with it, but uh, persistence is key with that. You just got to start small and work your way outwards, and sooner or later it will become second nature. Haven't gotten there yet, but hey, we're still working on it.
That's all matters. We're all a work in progress. That's what it comes down to. All right, we thank everyone. We're going to wrap it up, and then we will be back on Monday night, Monday evening, 8 o'clock. Reach out to us for any personal stuff or messages or anything that you need, and make sure you're getting on and checking out our content. We do posts for the collective as well, so they may resonate with you as well. And
Susan's
then
on a couple times a week on Instagram. Make sure you're following and liking her stuff. I'll throw some stuff out on Instagram, and I throw out stuff daily on TikTok. So just make sure you're following all those channels, all sorts of different content.
Yeah, I'm going to start trying the YouTube tomorrow and play around with it. Okay, sounds good. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you for joining.
Cheers.
Bye.